Morning, good morning. It is the 14th, oh my god, of April. We have been locked down in isolation now for, what is it, like 5 weeks? And I'll be honest, it feels just like a couple of weeks rather than 5 weeks. Even my daughter said the other day that it felt like a couple of weeks rather than like going into week 5. I wanted to share with you something that Dale managed to... Look how thick my beard has become, like, really quickly in the last couple of weeks. I want to share something quickly with you that Dale has been working on. A website called the Hive line, where she's made these really, really cool designs for, like, the face mask, the, like, bandana, like, you know, the things that you wear around the face mask thingies. They're not N95 approved, unfortunately. We did put, a message at the bottom. But they are sick looking designs, and I'm having trouble deciding which one that I like the most. I would say probably, I think Hive C is the one that I've ordered, or that Dale got for me. I think it's this one. I think that's my favorite. Next one will be the Thrive one, and then the Survive one. To be honest, I'd buy them all. There's no way, unfortunately, though, on Gumroad, which we're using to actually pay for them and set them up. There's no way to batch them, so you can't like just buy them all at once. But I do like the integration with the cart and everything. They're $22 each. I think it's a cool little thing to do when you're in isolation, when you're off, is to like build out on some of those ideas. Dale's been a product designer now for like 3 years, and with 2 like major companies. And she's like super fast at this stuff now, so it's just like come up with an idea and then put it out there. Like we were watching DS9 remotely together using a Netflix party or something, and she's like, "Oh, it'd be a cool idea to like make some leggings from all of the holodecks that have been in all the TNG, DS9, and Voyager." And I said, "Just do it, get on with it, let's do it. Like I'll help you set it up on the back end stuff." And I think that's the best thing to come out of isolation, is when you can like collaborate and work together on a project. Like some days you can wake up and days, like I said before on another post, like days can become weeks, and it's kind of like it's either light or it's dark, or I'm eating or sleeping. It's pretty much how it's been. And while I know there's so much news I can be reading, and so much stuff that's going on, and so many things on Twitter, and you know, stuff on YouTube and yada yada yada, if I get pulled into that, then I just get absorbed into that, and then days just I get frustrated by it or annoyed by it, or you know, it gets me down in some way. So I've been switching that up in the last couple of weeks, from isolation to actually building. Just like this is a perfect time to be building all of those things that you had in that notebook. Like literally start in your notebook from your notes of all the things that you wanted to build one day. Well, these are the days to do it, right? These are the best days to do it. So I've been focusing very much on what I can do rather than the things that I can't, and I think that's super important for anybody who's at home, like, oh, I'm bored or I want to do something. There's so much around you can be doing. Like I've been doing bits of like DIY, I've been doing deep cleaning, and actually that's stuff that I never was good at, and I'm still not good at, but the more I do it, the more I'm going to get better at it. The next thing I want to achieve is I want to start doing some daily workout stuff. Now I'm quite jealous of seeing my friend over in Canada get down onto his little in front of his prayer thing for his Buddhism, and he does a live stream on Facebook every day, which is awesome. And also see him do yoga as well. So I'm kind of really keen on wanting to do some like weights or some kind of like yoga-y stuff at some point, especially because the weather's been absolutely gorgeous. And so another thing about that as well is that I'm not focusing on the after. I think a lot of people right now are focusing on the after, like when do we come out of lockdown? Like I want to get back to my job, or I want to get back to my normal life, which is like going to the coffee shop and yada yada yada. I'm not focusing on that. I'm actually focusing on the adaptation of what would it be to work. Like this is a part of my life that I just did anyway. Like a whole bunch of my friends are very much like this. They either work from home, or they're quite happy to be at home with their loved ones, and just that's what they do. you know, they go to work maybe 9 to 5 in the week. But I'm preparing for the adaptation to adapt to the potential of this being a thing that happens year on year from now on out. Like, we don't know if this is going to be a lockdown or problematic for the next year, the next 2 years. But now that we've had a pandemic like this, I feel like I should definitely plan for more isolation in my life, in terms of I might go away somewhere for 3 months, or I might, you know, literally grab Dale and say, right, we're going on a road trip and we're going for like 6 months or 3 months somewhere, and we're going to just go to this place and we're going to be locked down there and we're going to do these things. Like, those are the things that you hope you're going to do with your life, or you kind of never do it. And the isolation stuff has kind of forced that narrative a little bit. So I'm investing in that adaptation, rather than thinking of like, when is this going to end, or like, when's lockdown going to be lifted. I'm thinking more of like, this is an unprecedented life event, and I try and put myself in the position of those people who, you know, were in the Spanish flu in 1918, who didn't have internet, didn't have a connection, didn't know what was happening to them, realizing all of their friends and families and different farms and businesses around them were like disappearing or losing family members. It's like, that must have been hella scary. Whereas today we've got this like super connected world, and that's good and bad, but it's adaptation, right? It's the what is it, the survival of the fittest or something like that. And I'm very unfit, so I need to get fit. That's why I keep on going back to that fitness thing. But it has been like a lot of sunshine, and getting up and enjoying that whole like vitamin D hit in the morning with a hot beverage. I've run out of coffee, but like, tea's getting me by, and I've got a ton of tea. I've got tea to last me till the end of the year. Another thing I want to mention is some of my friends around the world who are adapting right now in this isolation phase. They're going from running their businesses in the high street to going to do delivery services, but also I'm seeing another side of them that I've never seen before, or hadn't checked in enough on them in the last decade or so, to realize that they're proactive members of their local communities. And so they're going out and getting grants and making big food runs, or making like buffet things where people can walk in like a doorway, wash their hands and grab the food and be out. And I have a lot of props and a lot of respect for those people who are doing those things out there right now. There's some friends I haven't seen for a very long time who, if I saw them tomorrow, it would be like it was yesterday. But so much props for not just running a business and taking money from it, but actually giving back. You know, I've seen people giving money to the NHS, making cakes and doing local deliveries, and like, high five to you. Props for being good people, you know. Final thing I want to say today is two final things, I guess, with the business thing. Last one today is Gumroad. I've been playing around a lot with with all kinds of things, really, like hosting platforms for courses. Fiverr, I've been getting some orders on Fiverr again. But Gumroad is the biggest one that surprised me, is that they've started to unlock parts of their pro account and give parts of that away to free users in the middle of this isolation. Obviously, it's to help them onboard more users, but some of those features are really, really cool. One of them is the ability to add versions to a product. So if you're doing a digital product, say you've got like a PDF, or maybe it's video, maybe doing tutorial stuff, there's an ability to set different versions that people want to download, and you can change the price for those. So for instance, if I wanted to do a course that was 2 hours long and it was high definition, I could set one price. If I wanted to also have that 2-hour course as iPhone ready or iPad ready, like offline download mode, I could set another price for that. So I'm kind of interested in playing around with that, because I think that's kind of an interesting angle while people are in isolation. Maybe they've got poor connectivity, maybe they want to do it offline, maybe they just want to do it on their iPad or their iPhone. They don't want to be on the computer with all the corona stuff and everything. So I'm going to play around with that, because I think I can optimize some of those videos so A, they're small and fast loading, and B, they're specific to devices, so like Android, iPhone and iPad, and change the price accordingly. If they're downloading that version of it, maybe I charge 5 instead of charging 10 for the full HD version, which is bigger files, takes longer to download. I don't know. I want to play around with it. I think it's always kind of cool when you're offering digital services from home to offer as many different ways to get that deliverable, and to think about where people are at in their lives right now. Most people might be, you know, sitting outside on the deck on their iPad, or they just want to learn something for like 15 or 20 minutes while they're out in the sunshine. I think sitting in the sunshine's made me think about this. But all right, I will catch up with you soon. You take care, and I will see you on this blockchain very, very soon. Oh, and also YouTube.